Let's understand or learn some of the scientific names. Like for example, delphinium is the scientific name of larkspur. It is a raceme inflorescence. Callistemon is the bottle brush, and bottle brush is the spike. Then the morus species, species means any species is possible. Morus alba, morus rubra are various species. You would all have seen light white color or cream color shahtooth and the red one or the dark one shahtooth. So accordingly they are called as morus alba. Alba is for white or cream color, and morus rubra for the red color or the maroon dark color one. Mulberry is an example of catkin. Then colocasia is arrow or arbi. Spathiphyllum is peace lily. These are examples of the spadix type of inflorescence. Iberis is the candy tuft. I told this name even in the last class. Iberis is candy tuft, and it is an example of corim type of inflorescence. Centella is Brahmi booty. I have told about that in the last class also. This is the example of umbel type of inflorescence. Then Tagetes is the marigold. It's an example of capitulum type of inflorescence. Helianthus anus is the sunflower, capitulum inflorescence. Both of them fall in Composita family or Asteraceae family. The other name is Composita. Then Cassia fistula, I just told you, is the panicle, Amalthus, or Indian laburnum, or golden shower tree of India. Then Brassica oleracea, botrytis is cauliflower. Cauliflower is corim. Then Funiculum vulgare is fennel. Fennel is the example of the compound umbel or umbel of umbels. Then Phoenix dictylifera is date palm. Date palm is the example for the compound spadix. And Cocos nucifera is coconut, again the example of compound spadix. And Triticum aestivum or wheat is the example of the spike of spikelets or compound spike, also called as compound spike. So these are the various examples which you should try to learn to understand this concept properly. Now the next type of inflorescence, according to the NCERT also we learned, is the cymose inflorescence, where a dome type of shape is visible. When the shape appears like a cone, it is racemose. When the shape appears to be like a dome, it is cymose. So why it is dome shape? Reason is very clear from NCERT also. There is a definite growth of peduncle. Reason: the tip of the peduncle is used up, is consumed to form the oldest flower, the first flower, because the first flower will become the oldest one, and then new flowers will come from the bottom. That's why this arrangement is called as the basipetal. In the case of vertical inflorescence, if it is a horizontal, again it will be called as centrifugal arrangement. So the difference between racemose is indefinite growth of peduncle in the racemose. In cymose is definite growth of the peduncle. In racemose it is acropetal arrangement of the flowers if the arrangement is vertical. Basipetal arrangement of flower if the axis is vertical. If the axis grows horizontally, then the arrangement in the racemose would be centripetal arrangement. That means the younger flower towards the center and older flowers towards the periphery. Acropetal, younger flower at the tip, oldest flower at the bottom. In this case, basipetal means the topmost flower would be oldest one, new one will come from bottom or from sidewise. And centrifugal means that on the horizontal axis, the outermost flowers would be the youngest one, and the central flowers are going to be the oldest one. We'll be learning these examples in the class. So now there are various types of the cymose inflorescence possible. So the first thing to remember is that in the cymose inflorescence, peduncle terminates into a flower. That means there will be the definite growth, and then the arrangement of the new flowers would be in the basipetal manner. That means younger flowers towards the base, and it is of basically these many types. So the first one is monocasial type. So what is monocasial? We have learned this topic already in the branching of the stem, if you remember. In the branching of stem, we have covered this topic of monocasial, bicasial. If you remember, we have done these. So same method of arrangement again. We have to pay attention to the branching. If there is monocasial type of the cymose inflorescence, so peduncle ends into a flower, and then the new growth will start from the lateral branch. So imagine that there is an axis and flower develops here. Now this growth is finished. No more growth is possible from the tip, because tip is consumed or differentiated into a flower. So the new growth may start from one branch coming from the one side. So because only one branch will continue the growth, it is called as monocasial type of inflorescence. Monocasial chyme type of inflorescence. Now this will also form a flower. Now the possibility is the new axis may develop here, or it is possible the new axis may develop here. So if it develops only on the one side, if you remember we have done this already, it develops into a helicoid. If one flower develop on left side, then right side, then left side, then right side, it gave rise to a scorpoid type. So monocasial chyme, the peduncle ends into a flower producing a new single floral lateral axis at the base of the old flower. So only one axis will grow at the base of the old flower, and this new lateral axis also ends into a flower, and branching continues like this. So the branching may continue to form a scorpoid type of inflorescence or a helicoid type of inflorescence. Remember, here one branch, here also one branch, but in this case one branch develops at alternate side, in this case only at the one side. Now this one is quite common in the Solanum nigrum, or in Hindi what you call as makui, also found in begonia. In the notes the names will be there. Now the next type